Hello friends, my name is Palak and today I'm going to share some basic techniques of color pencils with you. So let me share some of my color pencil drawings. So this one is made from staedtler Luna color pencil and it took me 3 hours to make it. This one is from DOMS. This one is also from DOMS and this one is also from DOMS. These three color pencils made from DOMS still took me more than 2 hours to make. So let us start with the first technique. So for my first technique I am using three colors. The first one is white, which is a must, and the second color I am using is blue, and for the last layer I am using violet. So you can use any color you want, but you have to color white as the first layer. So after white I am using blue as the second layer, and in last for the final layer I am using the violet color. So now the most important step is that you have to use a knife or cutter to make a texture or anything you want. So I am making some lines here on the top of it. So as you can see, it has created a texture. So this technique can be used for making hairs or furs, and it can be used in many other ways. So let me show you another example of this technique. So you can use it as in the fur part. So let us color. The first layer is white. So the second layer I am choosing as mustard color. So I'm trying to make a mustache here, and then in the last I'm using the knife to layer up. So this has created a very good look than before. So as you can see here in the eye, I have used this technique and it has created a very good texture on it, which I love it. I love this technique and I use it for many ways. So let us come up with my second technique, which is to use nail polish remover wipes or solvent, or there are more things that can blend color pencils. So for blending I am using two colors, and the first one is blue and the second one is violet. So now take out a wipe, and then I am taking a brush here, and what I will do is that I will cover this brush with this wipe. After covering this brush, I will hold it tightly and then I will gently rub it in the circular motion. So this technique cannot be used anywhere you want, but somewhere you can use this technique. So the first technique that I showed you can be done in the leaf. So now I will draw a leaf to show you. So for the first layer I am using white color. After coloring white, I will use this green color, and it is a lighter shade. You can use any shade you want, but as you know, I love layering up the color pencils. So first I will use a lighter shade to color up. And then in the last, I will use this green color pencil to make a texture on it. After coloring the leaf, I am using knife here to gently create some lines at the top. So this will create amazing texture on the leaf which will look realistic. So you can use this technique in many ways for like leaves or hairs or fur and many other objects. And now the third technique is to use this knife as the first, and in last you can color with any color pencil you want. So I'm taking green here to show you that a leaf can also be drawn with this technique. So here comes the result. So this technique can also be used for fur. So I will draw a fur now with this knife, and then I'm taking mustard color pencil on top of it. So now I will show you this technique by drawing a hair. So I'm using pink and magenta color here. So I'm making lines with this knife. So after doing that part, I'm using pink color as the first layer, and I am coloring it very lightly. I'm not pushing it too hard. So after coloring, I'm using magenta color as the third layer to make it look more realistic. So now I'm going to tell you a mistake that many beginners do. So the mistake is that they try to push very hard and they don't do many layers. They only color one layer, and that also they do it very hard. This is not good. For the right option, you have to draw very lightly, and I'm using kneaded eraser here. Kneaded eraser is very good for all, and I recommend all of you to use it. So I have colored the first layer very lightly, and now I am coloring the second layer. So now for the third layer you have to push a little too hard, but not too much. So this is the difference. Actually what happens is that you have to layer up many layers to make it more elastic. So now for the next technique I am using white pen. So as you can see I have colored these all parts with white pen. Using white pen can make the drawing more realistic than before. I love using white pen and it is always in my pocket. Coloring many layers can actually help the drawing look more realistic. So let me show you an example. So in this drawing I have used many layers, not only one but many. And as you can see there are white dots here which I have made from my white pen. So thank you guys for watching my video. Do like, subscribe and share.